Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Malena Crawford, your host of Honey Talk Live. And I'm so excited to be with you for our second day, or our second Honey Talk Live, that is. So I'm going to wait a few minutes to let people file in here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. And if you didn't tune in last week, or in case you didn't know, my name is Malena Crawford, and I am the woman behind the Black Divine Feminine Reawakened, as well as a woman behind the novel A Fistful of Honey. So hence the name Honey Talk Live. And so honey has really, really great spiritual significance, especially in this time. Honey represents vitality. Honey represents our promised land, sweetness of life, all of that good stuff. So a Honey Talk Live started as the intention to have the place for Black women and women of color, especially, to have a revolution in the way that we see and experience ourselves across the globe, really. So I am super excited. The work that I have started actually began quite a few years ago. And it started with how a lot of movements start, desperation. And I personally wanted and needed answers from God. And God came to me as a woman, as the Black Divine Feminine, the feminine aspect of God. And so it all started from there, just this amazing, amazing ride. And so that is what I'm here to share with you. Okay, so as usual, I am not that great with tech. So let's just go, because I don't know if you're there, if you're not there. Let's just, let's begin. So welcome. I am so grateful and thankful to everyone who tuned in last week's Sunday. And I'm very, very grateful for your feedback, for your questions, all of that, because it really helps to serve the community when we know, what's out there in the community, what we need to know, the keys that we really need. And so this is all about the keys to cultivating a sweet life. So whenever you bring your voice forward, it serves everyone and it blesses everyone. So thank you. Thank you for sharing this. Please like and share and let people that you believe can use this know that this show is here, that this movement is here. Okay? All right. So as I explained last week, what this Honey Talk Live is really about the messages that I receive from the Divine Mother, the feminine aspect of God. And so I share those messages, and I also share tips, practical tips and tools that I have used. So in addition to being an author, I am a transformational coach. I'm also an international speaker. So I go across the globe to share this message of revolution, this message of real self-love and real Black woman, brown woman magic. That's what I do. That's my life's work and mission. So let's get started breaking it down. So we're going to talk about just a little recap of what came through for last week's show, and then talking about what messages are present today. And then we've received some questions, so answering those questions. And one of them is, how do you remain positive and keep your positivity as you move through this world, which we all know is not an easy place to move through. We talked about that last week as well. And then the other, not so much question, but statement I got was, you make healing sound so easy. I don't know where you got that from, but healing is not easy. No, it's not, but it's a must. You must do it. All right, so recap. So we talked about this crocodile, which represents what happens to us when we get caught up in the negativity of this world. So we have to remember, as priestesses of vessels of the goddess, you're in this world, but you're not of this world. But if you let yourself become of this world and you start to take on the negativity that you see as your personal truth, you will find yourself caught up in the teeth of the crocodile. And that is the kingdom of illusion, as I call it. So all of this stuff hitting you left and right in social media, that's the crocodile's mouth. And so what the crocodile does to its prey is seizes it. It shocks it, and it pulls it down out of its element and sets it on a tailspin. And so if we do not stand in our power as priestesses, as vessels, as children of the light, then that is what we are in danger of. And so this show, the work that I do, that's about keeping us in our power. This work is to keep you grounded in the truth and in your element, in your natural element. Okay. And we also talked about the principles for 2018, for this year. As I shared, they're usually one principle, one guiding principle for the year. This year, there are two. This year is very, very, very crucial and important. This is a season of destiny. And the work that we do this year is called legacy work. Okay, so the work that you are doing with your own healing and the work that you're doing, to bring your dreams forward and your manifestations forward, remember that you're not just working for you, you're working for your entire bloodline. Okay, so it just is very important. And then also we are in, or Jupiter is in Scorpio, which is about that deep, deep ancestral, generational healing. So again, even more important that you stay on target. All right. Okay, so I think that's all that we spoke about. Getting in your rightful place really is the point so that you can move through your destiny. Thank you, Beauty. Beauty says powerful, and I thank you for that. And I want you all to know that you are powerful and how incredibly powerful and divinely guided you are. That is the key. Knowing who you really are. So stepping into, the principles for this year are courage and focus. So having the courage and the focus to move forward. And so a word about courage to the young lady who said, healing isn't easy, and, you just make it easy to be fearless. And I'm not fearless. And the pioneers around us, they're not fearless. It's just that we know that we have to master our emotions. We have to master our emotions. We have to master our life circumstances in order to get to the promised land. And that is what priestesshood, goddesshood, your walk is all about is self-mastery, mastery over illusion, and mastery over your emotions. So, all right, so let's talk about it. Mastering your walk. So one of the things that, one of the questions from Divine Mother last time was, what's coming up for healing for you now? And for the responses that I've gotten, and one of the questions that we're going to talk about, it's overcoming this illusion that we see. It's overcoming everything that just seems so real, that just keeps you in hopelessness, that keeps you in depression, keeps you in anxiety, and all of that stuff. How on earth do you start wading through it? And so a couple of things have come through, but there are a few truths that you need to know about yourself and accept about yourself before you can start to wade through it. Yeah, I know. The first one is that God, Goddess is in love with you. God, Goddess is in love with you. So, and I have had to come to my own realization of God, Goddess's love. So I know that it can be tough to believe in a love that deep, and that God can be in love with you, but yet you have all of these things ahead of you. You have these trials and tribulations. But I know this to be true. God is in love with you. And so everything in front of you right now is an act of love. It's an opportunity to experience that love even more. Everything, including the hard stuff. So instead of looking at it where it's just all of this negativity and people are against me and all these things, look at it as an opportunity to experience God's love, Goddess's love, Divine Mother's love even deeper, as you get to become who you're destined to become. So for me, like I said, this whole everything that you see, the books, the seminars, all this stuff is a reflection of my personal journey from darkness, from absolute confusion, from resentment for God, being pissed with God. This is my walk of faith. This is my walk of truth. And God showed me her love through this walk, through my trials and tribulations, through all the things that I had to go through. So I want you to look at your experience differently. How can I experience God's love more immensely in the most real way, instead of all this negativity is coming towards me? Your life, your story is a gift from God. Everything that you've been through, everything that you're going through right now, everything that you judge yourself for, everything that people are judging you for, it's a gift from God. It's an opportunity to overcome. It's an opportunity to walk in your power and stand in your power and let yourself know what you're capable of. So that's one thing. And trust me on this, if you are doubtful. And we'll talk about it more in this live. But that's the first truth that you need to know, that God is in love with you. The second truth that you need to know is that you are a master. You're a master that's co-creating with the goddess. So all of this negativity, all of this hopelessness, we're creating it. It's part of our creation. But on the flip side of that, we have the power to create something different. We have the power to create something completely different and something truly, truly magical. Something truly, truly magical. So the healing process, which is the first part of this whole honey process, it really is just a clearing out. And you're going to clear and clear and clear until it gets to the perfection that's already there. You're already whole, perfect, and complete as you are. And your life is already whole, perfect, and complete. But there are blocks there. There are things that we put there, and then there are things that are generational. There are things that mom, dad, grandma, great-grandma put there. But as we said before, this is legacy work, and you're the one called to clean this up because you're the powerful one. You are the chosen one. You are the destined one to clean this up and do this healing process. So with those two truths, let's move into this question about how do I stop negativity in my life, or how do I shield myself from negativity as I'm moving forward. First off, I want to say that I have a lot of understanding and sympathy for empaths. And most of you probably are empaths. And being empathic simply means that you can feel other people's emotion and their spirit. And sometimes it actually gets dropped into your consciousness. So it feels like it's yours. And it's a blessing and a curse. It's a blessing in that you can feel very deeply, so you can also heal very deeply. The curse is that you can feel very deeply. And so when someone drops negativity in your space, in your consciousness, it can be overwhelming. Like, what the heck do I do with this? And empaths, so there are spots, there are energies, vortexes in our spiritual body, and they're called chakras. And there's 7 major ones. But for empaths, your crown chakra is wide open. And the crown chakra is right here in the top of your head. If you can imagine, it's like the little hole on the top of like a dolphin. And it's just wide open for empaths because you're receiving divine light. And you do so easily. And your heart chakra, right here in your chest, is usually also wide open. But the thing about empaths is we don't always know how to manage these. You know, it's open because you want to love, you want to heal. It's your gift. And when you close your heart, you close down your gift. So we can't do that either. So I'm very sensitive to the pain, the possible pain of an empath and the difficult place that an empath is in. So, and I could start giving you all kinds of practices and tips to do that. And you can use sage, you can use certain prayers, you can use all of that. But where I want to start is the second truth that I talked about, and that's you're a master. Empath or no empath, you are a master with God. And so you're going to change your external experience by changing your inner experience. I don't care how much sage you got. I don't care. You see my crystals behind me. They can also be healing and protective. I don't care how many crystals you have. Your inner reality is going to dictate your outer reality. So you at this point have to understand that you are master, you are queen of your universe, of your creation. And we said at the top that you're creating all of this. So as a queen, as a master, you inform life. You don't let life inform you. Again, you inform life. You don't let life inform you. You let life know that you are having your joy. I am having my joy. No matter what is going on outside of my door, no matter who comes to me, no matter who at work is getting on my nerves, I am having my joy experience, and I'm informing life of that. So you inform life of what you're going to get out of life, and you make a demand on life. You make a demand on your good. We talked last time about this is all about getting your divine inheritance, your ancestral inheritance. Are you going to beg it from life? Are you going to make a demand and let life know that you're coming, you're going to get everything that you came for? If you are the man, woman, child, whoever has tuned in that I know you are, you're going to make a demand on life. So the real question becomes, how do I strengthen my inner reality so that I can see this joy, this peace, this harmony on the outside, so that I attract joyful, peaceful, harmonious people into my world? That's the real question. It's not how do I cope with what they put on my table. No. You're a master. So the number one thing, let me get to my notes for tonight. The Divine Mother wants us to know is that it's time for a quickening in your spirit. And a quickening is you need things to be activated in you. You need a real reminder of who you are and what you are. You need an awakening, probably. A lot of this negativity and all this crap, it really mutes our spirit and it puts us to sleep. You need a quickening. So how do you get that? Number one, it's time for abiding with your God within on a consistent basis. You've heard of pray without ceasing. Abide without ceasing. However it is that you commune with spirit, I'm talking to my Muslim sisters, I'm talking to my Christian sisters, Hindu sisters, Buddha sisters, Yoruba sisters, everyone. However you commune with the God of your understanding, your creator, it's time to do it and do it with urgency. It's time to awaken those spiritual powers within you and be still and listen. Listen to Divine Mother. because she's calling you. And connect with your power. Connect with Holy Spirit. Before I do anything at all, I asked for my feet to be led, for my steps to be ordered, for the right words to come out of my mouth. Get your direction, get your power from on high, from now on. However that looks like for you. Whether it be, I would encourage everyone to have a spiritual center in your home, whether it be an altar, a prayer closet, somewhere where you are communing with spirit and focusing your spiritual power. But whatever it is for you, get there every day. Go there every day. And in the moments that you're away from your spiritual place, go find it within. I don't care if you have to sneak away to a bathroom stall and pray and affirm that this does not move me. This does not move me. Everywhere I go, God is. And he is right here now, and this does not move me. And get in the habit of abiding with your Creator. Number 2, connecting with your ancestors. So for those who feel like you just wide open, you don't have any protection, I want you to understand that you have an army of protection behind you. How do you think you got here to this right now moment? Yes, God is all. Goddess is all. Divine Mother is all. And she manifests in different ways. Sometimes she manifests through your ancestor. Call on them. Sometimes she does her work through angels, earth angels and angels of the other realms. Call on them regularly. Realize that you're not alone. You're not alone. You know what you were? Very ambitious. You were a very ambitious spirit in the spirit world, and you decided to take on this amazing journey in life that you're on right now as a spirit having a human experience. And if you are particularly a Black or brown woman, you have chosen such a high initiation. It's incredible if you think about it. And they know that you chose it. So they're here with you to make sure that you reach your goal, that you fulfill your destiny. They know what you're up to. And they're rooting for you. So you have protection. So start getting into a space where you affirm that you are protected. That you don't need to be the defender of all of these offenses. Course of Miracles says in lesson 153, I believe, in my defenselessness, my safety lies. So what that means to me, and if you're interested in A Course of Miracles, you can go to acircleofa.com. So what that means to me is I have so much recognition and trust in the Christ within me, the Goddess within me, the protector within me, that I don't need to keep defending myself against these threats. I am safe because I'm powerful. I am safe because the goddess within me is all powerful. And I inform life of that every single day that I walk out here in this brown skin. In my defenselessness, my safety lies. So that is the inner work that's necessary to start building a sense of safety, a sense of perpetual joy. I'm not going to say perpetual positivity because we're not robots. We're human beings. But you can be in a state of joy. And that joy comes from knowing that you're a master, protected by the master. All right. Oh, okay. So, all right. So some other, and I will go on talking about practical tools as we go along, but first and foremost, it's about your inner reality. And I can't stress that enough. It's about who you are inside. And that's one of the things in my private coaching. That's number one, self-mastery. That's where we're getting to. If you don't have any tools, if you don't have any crystals, if you don't have any sage, if you don't have any, talisman, you have you and the master within you. Absolutely. So the other thing that is coming through very, very strong is we need to be in community. It's time for you on this goddess path, on this priestess path, to come up out of isolation, if that's you. I know that it can be very difficult when you carry this light. It's not easy to be a light bearer at all, especially a light bearer of color. And so it's very easy for people to, you don't gel with everyone. Sometimes it's not even wise to do so. But what happens is a lot of queen goddesses are isolating themselves. And it's stamped in our DNA to be a part of a community. That's one of the reasons why I started this live in this page, the Black Divine Feminine Reawaken, to build some sort of community and a place where you can go to see yourself reflected back at you with the art and with the quotes, so you can have a sense of community. And your community might not look like you think it should look. It might be an ashram. You might find your community in an ashram. You might find your community, just the funniest of places and maybe the most unlikely of faces. But ask Holy Spirit to guide you to your tribe. I hope you choose this right here place for your tribe, at least to begin. But ask Holy Spirit, ask Divine Mother to guide you to your tribe, to guide you to the place that nourishes you, that celebrates you. You should not be anywhere where you're just tolerated. You definitely shouldn't be anywhere where people don't mean you any good or have your best interests at heart. But you should be somewhere that nourishes your soul, that you can share and they can share with you mutual love. That is our nourishment, mutual love. Yes. And let nature assist you in your healing process. For empaths that don't feel safe, or, maybe you're not an empath, maybe you just have this anxiety. It is always healing to surround yourself with the gifts of nature, which are water, fire, air, and earth. So, for instance, spiritual baths, which is spiritual bath simply means you can say a prayer over this bath, or this bath could have specific ingredients for something that you are either manifesting or banishing. But it does not have to be hard. Please keep it simple. It can be a simple sea salt bath. But you're calling in the element of water, and Divine Mother is the water. So you're stepping right into her embrace, and that can help to calm your spirit and get whatever stickiness that you've gotten from the world or from your environment off of you. Feeling unstable, feeling anxious, feeling off kilter, earth. Go put your feet. I mean, in the East Coast of the US, I would not put my feet on the earth. It's kind of frozen right now. But if you can, go put your feet on the earth, or get a crystal. Get something from Mother Earth and use that to ground you. Air. The next time there's a thunderstorm, or the next time there's strong wind, go cleanse yourself in it. Let that wind blow all that crap off of you. And then fire, burn these beliefs up. You can do a simple fire ritual. Take these beliefs, take these experiences of negativity that you're having, and burn them the heck up. And with the power of your intention sets everything off, because you're a master. So with your intention, it will go, it will work. So you can do all of these things, but first and foremost, it's your inner reality. And that comes with mindset. That comes with what you're believing about your power in this world. And that leads into core beliefs, which, I mean, we could talk at least 5 more hours about this. Core beliefs, unworthiness, that keeps us from standing in our power. Unworthiness, not good enough. Who am I to inform life? Nobody ever told me that I was powerful, and I don't feel very powerful. Thank you very much. So it's overcoming these drops in your consciousness that you probably received as a child, so that you can receive your divine inheritance. So where I would love for you to begin, that's some heavy lifting. And that's one thing that I work on with my clients a lot, is mindset. But once you're free of it, it's amazing. It's amazing what you can create. It's amazing what you will manifest. But first and foremost, we got the directive last week, what's up for healing for you? So if what's up for healing right now is your mindset, I want to know that I'm worthy. I want to know that I'm powerful. I want to know that I'm deserving of all of these gifts you're talking about, of this love. This is a time to put it out there. Give it the light that it's asking for, because all these things that are coming to you, these experiences, this negativity, is just, it's the gift knocking at your door. Like, okay, let's get this done. Let's clear this once and for all so we can move forward. So grandma, even if grandma's on the other side, so she can move forward. And we all get there. We all reach our destiny. So for now, as you're digging and unearthing all this stuff, keep affirming to yourself, I am powerful. I am worthy. And this does not move me. Affirm it. Speak it out. I am a master. All right. I cannot see any comments. So if you have any questions at all, please put them right here in this comment section. If you don't feel like making a comment, then you can definitely inbox me at the Black Divine Feminine Reawakened, because I'm here to help. I'm here to be a blessing in any way that I can. And if you had any questions about what I'm talking about tonight, if you're looking for, if you want to know more about the Course in Miracles, again, a circleofa.com, you can check that out. The lesson that I was talking about was 153, which is my absolute favorite lesson of all. In my defenselessness, my safety lies. Until next time, so we meet on Wednesdays and Sundays, 9:30 Eastern time. So please tune back in on Sunday. And until we meet again, I love you. I am so excited for you, and I'm with you. All right? Have a blessed night. Bye-bye.